right. Okay. I see
It's
the
it.
clock
I see
moving.
it.
We're getting better at watching for that now.
We look for it all the time.
Yeah. After a couple false starts, you learn to look for that. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm Joanne
I'm Amy.
from Magpies Cottage. Welcome back, or thanks for joining us, whichever it is.
It's a happy Sunday morning.
Yes. And the weather is improving.
It's foggy though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was driving out here, and yeah, I take the back road from Wheaton Creek off onto A, and oh my, once I got past the roundabout that's by Home Depot there, that you couldn't see anything. It was like,
wow.
Oh wow, if a deer ran in front of me, I might have hit him.
Three deer ran in front of me last night going home, and I was a little worried because walking on the sidewalks last night was icy. I mean, it was treacherous just walking. I wouldn't stop at the grocery store. It was about 7 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, and I was going through Kohler, and 3 deer ran right in front of me, but luckily my brakes worked. No ice.
I love running. You know, I love seeing the wild animals. I like deer. I mean, I know, but I hate them when they go in the road.
Yeah.
So I was driving home from Madison last night, so.
Okay.
I went to visit my sister. I had a blast of a day yesterday.
Good.
We went, and my sister's daughter is getting married in October, and we she had to get her dress.
Okay.
And so my sister Jenny and I drove to Madison, and we went from Madison to this amazing, and I'm going to put a shameless plug in here. If you're looking for hometown service, local people, I mean, personal service, like a good old-fashioned dress shop, bridal dress shop. I know that they have 2 locations. One is where they have all their bridal stuff, and then there's another one where they have like prom dresses. I mean, like swanky prom dresses.
Okay.
This is where my sister lives in Madison. This is where she goes, drives to Reedsburg. It's on the main drag in downtown Reedsburg, and it is amazing. Cool. Yesterday they had a Mother of the Bride trunk show.
Oh,
and
perfect.
so they took all their bridal gowns out of the main showroom, and they had all Mother of the Bride things in there. And we had a blast, and she must have tried on, I'd say 20 different Mother of the Bride dresses, and it was amazing. And so, looking for a good dress shop, you want a swanky dress for your daughter for prom, or whatever, weddings, you name it, they do a phenomenal job. And they weren't crazy expensive. Okay. You know, like from here, I mean, okay, don't have much around in Sheboygan. I get it. You know, but if you want to go out of town to do this and you're thinking Milwaukee or Madison, I would really consider this dress shop, and it's a bridal shop in Reedsburg. Oh gosh, now I can't even think of the name. Bells and Balls, I think it's called, or something like that. But nonetheless, I mean, if you Google bridal shop in Reedsburg, Wisconsin, I'm sure it'll come up.
There's probably only one.
And I was completely amazed and blown away with the service. They had more gals running around that place helping you try on stuff, and then the owner would go from like group to group, and she'd, you know, put her 2 cents worth in on everyone. She was a wonderful lady, and I you know, okay, shameless plug, I thought it was great.
Good.
So if anyone is looking for wedding things or prom things, that'd be highly recommended.
Good.
So that's what my day yesterday. So it was all girly stuff. And my sisters and I, we went out for lunch. And then, of course, no trip to Madison is complete without a trip to the Wisconsin Craft Market.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And, okay, my sisters are so, like, non-knitters. So there I was, explaining the difference between a hank of, oh, boy, what was it? Like leading men, or it was like, you know, it's an indie dyer. A hank of indie dyer yarn and a Zauber ball. And what's the difference between the two? And I go, oh my God. It was funny. I mean, they cracked me up. And then finally, I think they recognized I got tired of their stupid questions. I shouldn't say stupid questions, but okay, their questions, annoying. And so then they went, and I heard them giggling, looking at other stuff in other sections of the store. It was so funny. But yeah.
I bet they have a lot of wedding stuff there too, huh?
I don't know. I didn't look at that. I looked at the yarn, for heaven's sakes.
Okay.
They had some really cool project bags. Then my sister Jenny walks up to me. She says, Amy, do you really need another project bag? And I looked at her and I thought, like, well, why not?
Yeah.
You know? These were like they had a label on it, like they weren't manufactured. They were hand sewn by somebody.
Okay.
You know, so I don't know who. I don't remember what was on the label, but I thought they were expensive, so I didn't buy one.
Oh, okay.
But the fact of the matter remains is, yeah, it was really funny because there we were in this shop, and in there shopping, and they're giggling, and I'm looking at yarn, and I didn't look at a single thing else.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. But I had a great day.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah, weather's been the story around here this week. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Everybody must know about all the negative weather we had. 50 below wind chills on Wednesday and 40 below wind chills on Thursday.
No
It's
school.
just crazy. Yeah, no school. Snowed in on Monday.
Yeah.
You had off school, what, Monday,
Wednesday,
and
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. I know my grandkids didn't go on Tuesday either because Liz didn't have her truck shoveled out.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah,
that was,
and she carts them to school, so yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah, and, yep. I think there were a lot of kids out on Tuesday, weren't there?
My class was good, but from what I heard from other classes in the building, there were some classes that had 7, 8 kids gone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just hard to teach. Because then, whatever you try to do that day, you got to reteach for the 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You know, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So. But I made it in here both on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, a single soul came in on Wednesday.
Oh, well, who would?
And Mona, who works here, came on Thursday morning, but nobody else until mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But now, after all that craziness, we have 37, it said on my dashboard as I was driving in today.
Mm-hmm.
So, almost 60-degree difference.
Wet, fog, yuck.
Yeah.
So, it was foggy driving home last night, too.
Yeah. Well,
Just
it was
awful.
icy when I left here. It was 7 o'clock when I left. And I walk out and right in front of the popcorn store. I slipped the first time. I was like, oh, geez. All the way, it was
Just what you need to do is go down like a ton of
well,
bricks on a concrete alone.
I didn't go down. I just slipped a little.
Well, still, that's always one of my fears, walking in winter. I mean, I'm not the most graceful person. And, I worry all the time about wiping out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, yep. And Liz wiped her car. Well, didn't wipe it out, but she was going up the hill by Lutheran High there. And black ice there. She spun like sideways and then up over the curb. Didn't like hit anything other than the curb. Hopefully her car's are okay.
Yeah.
But she thinks it is because it was pretty much like snow.
Okay.
It wasn't like you hitting the curb
Okay,
when it's plain.
Yeah, I did some serious damage to my Mazda 6 with hitting a curb. That wasn't good. But, yeah, like cracked rims and it was bad.
Oh.
You know, but it's a truck. I was in a car.
Yeah, she has a big Jeep, so. And then Cadence, you know, she's a drama queen. Oh my God, we almost died, and she's putting an ice pack on her head. Running around total drama.
Oh, she had the kids with her too yet?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
Her too and Olivia.
Oh,
All
goodness.
3 of them were with her. Yeah, she was just coming home from work. She stopped at Becky's to pick them up.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Busy week.
Yeah, yep.
So, with all that snow and cold days, what'd you get done?
I have no FOs.
2.
Yay, let's
3.
see your FOs.
3.
Yeah, what are you
One.
wearing?
I'm wearing.
Yay.
This is the test knit I was doing. I finished the body at the retreat. Came home the week after and did the sleeves. I love the sweater. It is warm. It is huggable. It is soft. Amazing.
Touch it. Oh yeah, that is.
It's a, you know, and I mean, yeah. You know, and it's a non-superwash yarn. Non-superwash is never this soft. That's why I love this sweater.
Yeah, must
So-
be merino.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
So I finished my sweater, and I had to wear it today. And then I finished my mittens. These are really cool. Okay, they got this kind of leafy cable going up the wrist. But what's neat about these is you can wear them on opposite hands. Okay, so here's the leafy cable on the top. However, you can take it and you can go like this, and you can wear the leafy cable on this side. And it looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a matter of preference. The designer, Stephanie Lotvin, these are called Counterbalance. She intended for them to be worn this way.
Oh, okay.
That was her intent.
Okay.
And I'm using Laurel's This is her worsted weight. Matches my hat.
And
So.
the top is like the sock toe.
Yeah, it's Kitchener.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean the decreases too. It kind of looks
Yeah,
like a
it
toe
is.
of a sock.
It is.
That's
Total.
neat. Then you don't have all that bagginess up there.
No, no.
That's nice.
So, and they're intended to be fitted, so that's why they
Yeah.
look tight, but they're not tight fitting at all. This is the medium size. They're not tight fitting, but they're intended to be worn tight, but that way you pull out the cable anyways. Mm-hmm. So I love these mittens. These are my new favorite mittens.
Good.
So, yeah, nothing better than on a snowy, cold day to stay home. I did these on Sunday night and Monday. I did,
okay.
And the cable didn't take long. It was pretty
Okay.
easy. And then, after I finished that, well, actually, I was in between. I needed to do something different. This is simple yet effective. It's just a cowl. It's got pearl ridges in it. There is like no brain knitting in a circle.
Very nice.
I think I did 120 stitches. And this is knit out of also Stonehenge yarn, which is what this sweater is. This is their Crazy. And it's just, I have this red coat, and I wanted something, a neck warmer.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. And I
Very
intended
nice.
it to go with my red coat.
Now that's
So.
not as soft as your sweater though.
Well, and I think that's,
This is superwash?
it's the same stuff, I think.
Oh.
Except this is the sport weight. And okay, this is a 4-ply. And this is 2-ply.
Okay.
Or maybe it's more plies. I don't know. Here, this is it. Because this is what I'm working on now. So it's a twist where they take 1 ply of one color and twist it. And it's got a high twist. And they say it's a sport weight. I think you can knit it at a fingering gauge really nicely. It'll be pretty dense. And so this is what it looks like in a ball. It comes in a hank, but so this one's got some purple going on in there and some green. And what they do, I think it's it's kind of genius in that I think they take their mill ends and they twist them together.
Yeah.
And then they come up with this crazy stuff. Now, I buy it online from Loopy U, and when they get it in, it's limited. They only let the retailers buy 50 hanks
Okay.
at a crack. So whenever Loopy gets it in, it's gone within days.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it's just fun. And I mean, I'm making mittens out of this, and I'll wear these mittens with my coat too. And it'll be my matching cowl and
Yeah,
mittens,
because
you
your
know?
2 mittens won't match either.
No, they won't. So what I think I'm going to do, well, we might as well go on to works in process here.
Yeah, because I have no FOs, so go ahead.
Okay, and that's all my FOs, so, all right. So here is, I just started the cuff. Okay, so I'm doing another Stephanie Lotvin pattern. She's got this mitten along thing going on. So
Okay.
I thought, I'll throw some mittens on her mitten along because she's got good prizes. So, you know, all you do is post your FOs. And she, you know, every mitten, not pair, mitten is an entry. So
Okay. What's the name of her Ravelry group that's on?
Telly Bean.
Telly Bean.
Telly
okay,
Bean
like
knits.
Jelly Bean, but with a T?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Her daughter's Telly.
Oh,
And that's what she
okay.
named it. Why she named it. Anyways, so this, I'm knitting it on this is a 1, I think. But I think the cuff's really big. I don't know. I want to go smaller on the cuff. So I'm going to knit the cuffs out of the leftover from my cowl. And then from there, I'll go to the color and I'll go with the purple and white into the purple and blue and probably get to the tip of the mitten when I get to the red. Okay? Then I will probably have enough of this left over to do the second cuff, but then I'm going to go from the center of the ball with the green and then theoretically end up with the red.
Tip. Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm
That'll
going
be
to try to
fun.
do. Okay, is this going to work? I don't know, but it's intended to
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah.
If it works, it works, and if it doesn't,
Yeah.
I still have mittens.
Knitting is fun.
So this is my
Yeah.
goofy project for right now.
Fun.
So that's what I'm working on. And
Okay.
then I have to show you, I was working on this the other night, you saw this. My escarpment cowl. Here's the beginning. It starts like this, and it's going to be, it comes to a V. it comes to a V, and then once you've got it, so it starts out like a shawl, basically.
Okay.
And once you get it
I
long
remember.
enough, you'll connect it and go in the round.
Yeah, like a kerchief.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
And
still had a pattern almost like that.
this is what I started it with. And all it's DK weight yarn, and all of the, it's Brew City. They call them ponies, but they're just minis. That's their name for their minis. I like the yarn, but all of them are really variegated like this.
Okay.
And I just thought, you know what? This is going to be way too busy. You know, I mean, this is just the beginning. And then there's a purple and pink combo. And then there's a turquoise, really pretty. And then there's a yellow and turquoise combo. And all these different colors. I think I was going to fade it, you know, with the like 8-row kind of fade kind of thing.
Yeah.
I decided that's just going to be way too busy. So it's my intent today to frog this and start it over. I was stash diving.
Okay. Oh, Knit Circus.
Yeah, I got some Knit
Okay.
Circus Gradient. So
And
I
is
think
that a DK as well?
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, Divine DK.
yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is, okay, it goes. It's got this really dark blue on the outside, and then there's this like gets to the lighter blues, and then a gold and a rust. There's not a lot of rust and gold in there, so I think
You better start from the inside, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is when you look at what's against your face, I don't know if I like the rust against my face. So then I thought, well, then I'll go from the blues and work my way out. I don't know. It's a dilemma. So
I would still go with the rust because it's only going to be against your face this wide. Well, I suppose that's most of the front of you.
yeah.
But I mean, because once you're over here, it'll be blue.
Well, and
against your
my
face.
intent was to wear this over a blue sweater. And then I thought, blue on blue.
Yeah.
So
But
then
if you do this on the outside, you're only going to have like one row of that rust. I mean, unless it's deceivingly bigger inside.
yeah, I don't know. So
You'll
again,
figure it out.
it's
Again.
an experiment.
Yeah. Playing with knitting again. Look at you. Okay.
So
Well, I'm excited to see what you come up with.
and then the only other thing that I'm really focusing on right now, my needles, is the mystery shawl,
Okay.
which is about a third done. Better than 2/3 done.
Okay.
No, better than a third done, but not quite half.
Okay.
And
If you want to see that, come on the first Saturday of March and attend the class. That's when it'll be revealed.
I dithered a lot on color on this one, but now that I think I got it, and
Okay.
it's really pretty. So
Okay.
I can't wait to get it done now. Now I'm working with, you know, because I have to work on that at home.
Yeah.
You know, and and so it's like when I'm home, that's what I work on, and this little stuff is what I take when I go knitting elsewhere. So.
Mostly at home, I'm still working on Cadence's sweater. I've shown that twice already, so I didn't bring it. But also, I've been working on these a
This
little
is
bit.
pretty.
This is Twisted Owl. I made it on the sock tube, so now I'm adding cuff. I just unwound a little bit of it, and I'm putting a ribbed cuff in. And I put this pink toe. It'll have a heel, too, eventually. This is what Laurel gave us in our goodie bags at the retreat.
Oh.
It's really pretty.
I got the
Yeah.
pink, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
very nice.
And you know what? It matches well with that.
Yeah, yeah. So I have the other one has the cuff and the toe, so that one just needs the heel.
Whose are these?
Me? No, I'm going to give them to Becky. I was going to keep them for me when I started, but, you know, I don't always like such a tall leg. I like short, like 5-inch cuff.
Yeah, and I'm a
This-
leg. I like 7-inch.
Yeah,
my cuffs
see,
are usually 7.
this will be closer to 7, so that I'm going to give it to Becky, I think. And then mostly what I was working on here at the shop was my shifty,
Yeah.
and I ripped it all out.
No.
I
Again?
did. No, just the one time
Oh,
on
okay.
Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday, I ripped it all out
Oh, but
because
I love this. This is pretty.
the unique yarn I was using, the color runs were too short. So I am now using Debbie Bliss Rialto Luxury Sock for the color. And here it is. This is
Oh,
my
is
shifty.
that pretty?
And it's just about to change colors. This is the yarn. I'm just using 1 ball of contrasting instead of Andrea Mowry was using 4 and then breaking the yarn. I'm gonna just use 1 and see how it happens. And I got that idea because if you look on the project page, a bunch of people are using Zauber balls.
That's what I was just thinking. I wonder how a Zauber ball would work.
Yeah, there's a bunch on the project page. They just had the yarn pick. They didn't really have pictures yet. Okay. But it still gave me the idea to just have 1 contrast. So this is a lot of fun to knit. It's a little fiddly when you do the short rows back here because you actually are doing color work. But
right.
Then when you finish these, everything is just slip stitches for the color work. And,
okay.
And it goes like a breeze. It's really quick and easy to memorize the pattern. And it does it where you like, you do a little bit and then you increase like every 3rd stitch a whole bunch. Okay. And then you do 20 rows and then you're going to increase.
That's a circular yoke construction.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not really used to that. I haven't done a lot. Mostly I do raglans.
Well, any of the big, like the Strange Brew I talked about a couple months ago, that Strange Brew book, it's all, they got a formula, and it creates a really nice laying yoke. And the circular yoke construction has been pretty popular, largely because color work is so popular. This sweater is a circular yoke construction, and there are places in here where it's consistent. This is the row you're increasing.
Yeah.
So
the background is from Earth Yarns. It's their Harvest, which is all naturally dyed. This is dyed from walnuts.
This is going to be, I mean, the yarns you're using are just beautiful yarns.
Thank you.
So,
and I was going to just make a size small for the shop model, and Lexi came in and saw it and says, couldn't you make it a size 38?
Sure, Lex.
So, and I happened to look, and there was no difference in the beginning.
Okay.
Between the 2 sizes, so I said sure. So that was the first one. So I'm making the second one the same size, size 38. I'm making this.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that pattern.
Okay.
Because, I've got I'm thinking right now because I have to use a whole lot less yarn, and B, a whole lot less stitches, which leads to, a sweater goes reasonably fast. You know, the eternity it takes to knit a big girl sweater, man, I just was not doing that for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about, I got 2 sweaters that fit me done in January.
Yeah.
Well, I had the sock arms started before, but I cast it on so I could have no new cast-ons in December. I cast it on like that Friday night, or that I think it was Friday, in November. And so it was just cast on. I didn't even knit a row. I didn't join it in the round. I did nothing. So, and then I got back to it over Christmas break. So I got back to it maybe like the 27th, 28th, and then I worked pretty consistently on that through New Year's weekend. And then once you get the body done, man, those sleeves go quick. And then the same thing was true with this one. Granted, I did have a knit in here to work on it, and that's good knitting time. And I did have a retreat, and this is the only thing I knit on at the retreat. Okay. So, I mean, that's true. But I'm thinking that I kind of want to always have a sweater on the needles.
Yeah, and that's a fun pattern. I mean, it is a crop sweater, and you know, at our age, we don't wear crop sweaters anymore. No. It had 3/4 sleeves. You could make into long sleeves if you wanted. I like a 3/4 sleeve though. So, but yeah, it's a nice pattern. And Andrea Mowry, she's got a lot of experience. She knows how to write a pattern.
Yes, yes.
So
I was going to do. She's got a fade kind of sweater out there. That I had, that's a fingering weight sweater that I wanted to do, but yeah, I was waiting till that one was small enough to not take an eternity. Yeah. So
this one says it's a sport, but the sport was 400 yards for 100 grams, which I didn't find in my sport yarn, and it was hard to even find in the sock yarn because most sock yarns are 400 meters, which is 437 yards. But the Harvest is 400 yards. It's the one yarn that met her.
Wow.
requirements. But I mean, if you did a Zauer ball, that's what this is. I mean, this way than that. You'd have some really short color.
Yes.
But, you know, there's a couple that last for several rows. And what these little blips are, the reason I didn't like the Unique is these blips are, I don't know if you can see it well, 2 rows for each blip. So you go by once and then you go by the second time in pearl. And
Yeah.
I didn't like them split in half with 2 different colors.
Okay.
That's why I went with something that goes gradual.
Well, and I wonder if, okay, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't do cropped either. I wonder if you couldn't make it long. Just keep going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know, or, you know, I'm thinking, like, once you get to the part where she's, because the whole thing is the 2 colors, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. And then what if you then got to the bottom of the 2 colors and said, okay, so now I've got that pattern all done. But here I'm going to continue and I'm going to make a really long ribbed section, you know, like this long, to get it past the cropped and have it, like, kind of fitted.
You have to have very shapely hips that you're showing off.
Oh, well, okay, that's probably not my thing. Yeah, it's not going to work
No,
for me.
if you didn't want to go the whole thing, I would stop it like right under the armpits or something.
And make it just
And
like
then,
a yoke.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely you could make it just like a yoke.
Huh. Well, that
That's
sounds
something to
like,
think about.
that's a fun pattern. I think I've got, like, a list of probably a dozen sweaters that I could see myself knitting right now. And I it's funny because I haven't, you know, I mean, I'm not new to sweater knitting by any means. I've knit sweaters. But I think what has happened with me is I've learned enough about making them fit.
Yeah.
And making sure that you're getting the right gauge and making sure that you're including, you know, ease is a tricky thing. And making sure that you're working with the right amount of ease to get the fit you want.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And that's something on this too, because I read all the comments. The girls that made it with ease didn't like the fit. Everybody that made it with 0 ease or up to -2 inches liked the fit. And Andrea even put a note of that because she had like notes from her testers that you know with the pattern, and that was one of the things that the testers said is not to add any ease in it.
Well, you know, and it's funny. Ease matters, you know, and you don't really think about it. Okay, yeah, I have a 36-inch bust, blah 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 blah. I'll just knit a 36. Some sweaters, when you have 0 ease, they are gorgeous. Some sweaters with 0 ease look like you're, you know, stuffed in a, you know, 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound bag.
Yeah.
You know, and ease, the ease with this sweater. This was a test knit for Laura Ayler. Now, Laura Ayler's been writing sweater patterns, so the idea that Laura Ayler would have trouble getting the ease right on a sweater with the design aspect of it is kind of mind-blowing, but it really gave me an insight, some of the conversations we had through Ravelry on it. It gave me a lot of insight into this design process and how this all works. Now, this sweater is a medium, and based on my bust size, I should have knit the large. But we talked about it that day, and I just said, I can't, because I signed up to test the large for her. And it had 5 inches of ease. No way. No way was 5 inches. Now, this has plenty of ease, fits beautifully. I love the fit of the sweater, and that's probably why I love it, because I just love the fit. And this was, what was it? I think a 42 bust with, you know, and so it was like with the ease, it was exactly my bust last month. Okay, so it worked out perfectly, and so she was thinking 5 inches of ease. I'm thinking 5 inches of ease on me would have been too much.
Yeah.
The other thing about it, though, is when she was trying to grade it for the different sizes, she has this. All the testers who knit the small seem to have no problem. But the testers, once you went up sizes, there were testers that the sweaters with the ease that was built in, like in the large and the extra large, the sweaters were huge on them, and then like where the leaves kind of come at the end of the garter part here, there was like puckers and poofs, you know, and it's like, no, no, no. And then she said, you know, what I need to work on, it's the gauge. It wasn't necessarily the ease, it was the gauge. And that made sense to me, because where you go from the garter, the transition from the garter to the stockinette, there are increases to match the garter gauge to the stockinette gauge, because they have different gauges. And she was using a blocked but not aggressively stretched garter gauge, and aligning that with a blocked stockinette gauge. Well, stockinette does not, you know, it's not like you can stretch it really, really wide. I mean, you can stretch it, but the point is, stockinette you can pat in place, and it's not going to grow a huge amount if you don't want it to. What she needed to do with this, and this is what I think she finally decided, because she's going to do some revising of this pattern, and I think, depending upon the timing of that, I'm going to knit this again in the small.
Okay.
And because I love the sweater, and it didn't take long to knit, and with that, she was going to go with a stretched garter gauge. So take your gauge, but stretch the garter, okay, and match that up to the stitches you need for the stockinette, okay? And then that will take care of the puckers that people were seeing at that transition point. Now, okay, this is really highly technical, and I, you know, don't feel bad if you don't understand this, because I'm not quite sure that I get it, but just the window into the insight to me was absolutely fascinating, which is probably, when I look at big picture, probably why I love testing. So we shall see where she goes with this. I do know that the pattern name will be Rodina, and I do know that she does want to finish it. She's got a lot of people asking for it. So it's kind of like, it would be really dumb for her to say, okay, well, that was a failed experiment and I'm not taking it anywhere. I think that she's, you know, going to continue with it.
Okay.
But she, you know, and the other thing about it, she was very good to all the people who knit a sweater that, for the most part, especially in the case of the large and extra large, these gals took all that time knitting a sweater, and they're frogging it. Oh. You know, and she felt terrible about that. You know, so I'll just add her to my stable. I won't test for just anybody. I'm picky. And
well, yeah, you want to make something you're going to like what the end product is.
Yeah, yeah. So I have tested for people who are new to designing, and they don't have enough. When I, as a tester, have an issue, they're not sure how to solve it. Whereas, like with working with Laura, when a tester had an issue, they posted on Ravelry, and she was back with them within an hour and with a fix. You know, oh, okay, need to fix that, or do this will change it, but whatever it was. Okay. She, you know, she was right there. The same thing has been true every time I've tested for Stephanie and every time I've tested for Lisa. So those are my three. And I will, okay, I'm being a testing snob now. I will add them to my, I will always test for you when you need something, group of people. You know, and there are some I won't. So, fascinating experience. So,
yeah, I got one more.
Oh, did you start? Is that the plaid one?
This is a buffalo plaid hat.
Ah, I love this hat.
I don't have a pattern. I just made this up because Roxanne was running around the store on Friday.
Looking for yarn.
Looking for yarn to make a buffalo plaid hat. And she's
it's
looking
a free
for
pattern.
3 colors.
Right.
I was like, buffalo plaid is not 3 colors. It's 2 colors blended together. So as you see, I am using fingering weight held double to make it worsted. And I'm using red, black, and red and black together. So
that makes sense.
That is like a real true buffalo plaid. As I'm doing this, I'm fine. It's fiddly. But I would say an experienced knitter should do this, not a beginner, because you have 4 balls of yarn, and to keep them from all getting
that
twisted.
would drive a girl go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the way it looks.
It's cool.
And I think I'm going to do another one, still with 2 colors, but in the squares with the 2 colors, do every other stitch.
Okay.
Instead of blending the yarns like this, just do every other stitch. So I think I'm going to write up what I did and have it available in the store. And then I'll also write up the other one too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just worsted weight, size 7 needles. I did the ribbing a little smaller needle. But yeah, I think this is going to be a true buffalo plaid, not a 3-color plaid.
So this is like hat number 4.
Yeah, this is my 4th hat. And then I'm going to do another one, the easy way of doing it. So that'll be 5.
Well, she's almost there.
I wanted 4 to be color work too, and so this ended up being color work. I had no intentions of making this. It's all Roxanne's fault. I interrupted my sweater.
We interrupt this sweater knitting to bring you the buffalo plaid hat.
Yeah, you know, you get this stuff in your head and you just gotta do it.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
See, you know, it's funny. I have my interests in the design process, and you have yours, and they're totally different.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I just jump in and do it.
You know, and I'm not one. I like to be very technical about it. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's what I'm working on. I finished my glacier tunic. I got to block it this week, so I'll have that here for you.
Can't wait to
next
see
week.
that.
Yep. I waited because that black was getting all over my hands, so I was afraid to block it. But I got the color catchers yesterday, so now I will block it.
Okay.
So I'll have that here next time.
Are you gonna put vinegar in?
I don't know. I probably should do vinegar and the color catcher, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of people doing that.
And I think I might do like Roxanne suggested, just take a bowl and only submerge the bottom half.
And see what happens.
And dump that water out before I do the whole thing, because then the black won't get on the top.
Up. It might wick up.
Well, a little bit's okay, but I don't want...
Into the fading part, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it way at the top
where all the
almost
white
all
is.
plain white
to
get full of black.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it in 2 stages, I think.
Oh, cool. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I watched you knit on that sweater, and I just love it. I might have to borrow your book, because I might knit one of those, too.
Yeah.
So that is just a beautiful, beautiful sweater. Can't wait to see it. So
yeah, it's nice. So that's all I've been working on. I'm getting ready. I'm going on a quilt retreat on Thursday.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're excited too. The girls stopped in yesterday, getting ready. We're gonna do this log cabin exchange when we're there. All of our scraps and swapping scraps, so we get really scrappy quilts.
You know, it's funny. One of the things that my sister said to me. Okay, my sister lives, it's Cottage Grove, which is on the other side of I-94 from Sun Prairie. And in Sun Prairie, on the main drag, she was commenting about this shop that always has the most gorgeous quilts in the window. Because there's this beautiful quilt shop. I think they carry a little bit of yarn, too, in there in Sun Prairie, on the main, in downtown Sun Prairie. And she says to me, and this is so funny. She says, yeah, Amy, you're going to have to teach me how to sew. She says, because when I retire, I think I want to learn to quilt. And I just like cracked up. This is one of the sisters that was like, what's the difference between this ball of Zauberball and its hanky yarn? And I'm going, you have never done crafty anything since I have known you. Okay? And I mean, we had the same grandma. Did Grandma teach her to knit? No.
Yeah, but never too late to learn.
No, and I just said to her, I said, well, yeah, I can do that. But we'll see. And the other part about it is that I guess makes it easy is since she got married, she's always lived out of town. And she's my youngest sister. And she and I are a lot alike, just like Jenny and I are a lot alike too. And I always thought I would do more quilting. And stuff like that when I retire. It's a rabbit hole I won't go down until I have the time, you know. And it's that I can only do so much while I'm working. But on the other hand, I said to her, I said, oh, cool, because see, their plan is because they have been living in Cottage Grove for most of my nieces' lives. But, you know, the girls are out of school. One's getting married. The other one's in college. And she's got about a year, 2 years left, something like that. And Randy's got, well, my brother-in-law, I think he figured 3 more years he's going to work. Okay. And then he wants to retire. Becky's a little younger, but she could retire early for if she wanted to, I suppose. But the thing is their plan is to retire in Sheboygan.
Oh.
Because all their family's here.
Yeah.
You know, and so for them to retire and live in Cottage Grove, no, they want to retire and move back to Sheboygan. Nice. So it would be wonderful to have my sister here to quilt with.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited about that. Cool. And, you know, will it come to pass? I don't know. But, you know, just having Becky around to quilt with will be great. Yeah. Because I don't craft, if you will, with any of my sisters. Lori will crochet, but not a serious crocheter, an intermittent crocheter. Can knit, but rarely does it because she's better at crocheting, and she is very good. My sister Jenny doesn't do any of this stuff at all. I think she's used to cross stitch years back, but I don't think she's done that for a long time. And Becky never.
Well, soon she'll be sewing and quilting.
So I think, I mean, do we do Quilting 101?
I'm going to start that once I retire. Okay. Not right now, though.
Okay, well, that would be something we can work on in summer, maybe.
Yeah.
You know? Because I do want to become, I mean, I can sew. I have a machine, not fancy, swanky like yours, but mine, you know, does a straight seam. I did. And it does a straight seam when I'm not, you know. Oh, and I learned that there's a high speed and a low speed. Once I put it on the low speed, damn, do my seams get good. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I was just like floored when Becky said that. So, cool. Nice. But at any rate, quilting will be fun. Okay. Yeah. So you have the retreat. Yeah, I got nothing. Retreat. On Thursday, will you be here Thursday? This week, yeah. Okay, because Lexi will be here by herself. So oh, I got bingo. I'll have to leave. Okay. I'll have to leave. Okay. I got bingo this week. Well, I told her to have her dad pick her up, so hopefully everything's good, because Roxanne will be gone, Roxanne will be gone. Yeah, and I'll be gone, but she should be okay. Okay. So, well, if it's an emergency, she can give Becky a call, I would think. Yeah. So, yep, Becky's only 4 blocks away. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, but I'll be gone. And then next week we're going to have a big, huge blowout sale. After we're done with Sunday Fun Day today, I'm going to finish up all the stuff in the cash register. There's dots all over the store, and it's all going to be 30% off. This is a good deal. There's hundreds of yarns on sale. It's really? Up over, yeah. Wow. Yeah, because there's like 5 pages on a spreadsheet. No kidding. Listing out all the SKUs that I have to put in the computer. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, they got them all listed. So you just got to do the paperwork of entering it in the computer. No, they even have that done. They got them all in. They flagged them in the computer. I just got to go tell the computer we're having a sale on what the % off is. Wow. So, yeah, Becky and Kira worked on that Friday and Saturday. But then it's going to be a 2-week sale. And the second week, I'm going to add at least 20 more. No kidding. Yeah. So, I mean, I want a huge inventory turnover, because we've been here 3 years now. There's still a couple of things left on the shelves from when I started. Yeah. And I just think it's time to get rid of those and bring in a bunch of new stuff. Well, that's true. So, okay. Shop this week. This week, yes. All this week and all next week. 30% off, hundreds of yarns. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to wander around the shop and look for dots. Yeah, just look for dots. The dots are always to the left. Like, so if it's a cubby, the dot will be on the left side of the cubby. But we're going to put the list out, too, so people can look at, you know, and be able to match the list with the yarn. Cool. Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah. It'll be like a treasure hunt. Yeah. You'll have your list, and you'll go around the shop and look for it. Yeah. And we have the list divided by bulky worsted oh my gosh, socks, so you know where to look. Oh my gosh. This is going to be fun, folks. Yeah, it will be. So come on in this week. Yep. So, and next week. Yeah. Yeah, this week and next. Hopefully we'll sell out of some stuff this week. Okay. And then next week we add 20 more, so. Oh, that's cool. You know, and I would think that's hard, because you got to turn the inventory because there's so much cool new stuff coming out.
Yeah, there's a few things that are stable you want to keep around forever, like the Heritage sock or the Cascade 220
Right.
Superwash. Those will stay around forever. But other ones, you know, like this stuff, I mean, it's nice we got it in the store now, but 3 years from now, we won't want it anymore.
Right.
So, yeah. So you just got to turn some stuff over.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I noticed on the cart that we did get a few new yarns in, but mostly it was reorders. The Plymouth Happy Feet came in the splash.
Yeah,
and
lots of
there's
that.
lots of that came in, and I love that. I love that yarn. There's so many cool things you can do with it. And there's some new colors in there too, I noticed. Just a couple.
Yeah.
It's the ones that we've always carried, but there's also some new ones.
Yeah. I told them, because they said the price was going up on Happy Feet, and if I ordered it by the end of the year, they'd give me the same price. So the price didn't go up yet. It will on the next order. But I said, give me 1 bag of each color of Happy Feet Splash that you have.
Well, no, we use it a lot here, so that's good.
Yeah, so that's what we got. And also coming up, I told you about Amy's Mystery Shawl Mania. The last one will be first Saturday in March.
Oh, that reminds me. Newsflash. I figured out what I'm doing for the Mystery Series next year.
Did you? Are you sharing or?
No, I'm not sharing. I'll share with you later.
Oh.
I got it figured out. I am so excited.
Okay.
This is going to be fun.
Okay, and start in September, do you think?
Yeah, we'll start in September. We'll do 4 projects again.
Okay.
And so it'll be one every 2 months, and we'll meet on Saturdays again.
Okay.
But it's going to be a little different.
Okay, cool. And March is Fun Day, Sunday Fun Day, the first Sunday in March. Baskets. I'm going to find some, you know, in case people want to make Easter baskets or just a project basket, I'll find some knitted patterns, some crocheted patterns. And what I'm going to do personally is where you take the clothesline and you wrap it with either fabric or yarn and you make a coil basket, they're called.
Really?
That's what I'm going to work on. So
Wow.
March is Sunday Fun Day, 11 to 2 on the first Sunday in March. We'll be making baskets.
You know, I don't know if it counts as a basket, but you know those little quilted things that you put the bowl in and then put the bowl in the microwave thing? I want to make some of them.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I can show you how. I have, well, there's one up there on top of the microwave. And there was another one. I think
well,
I
I
gave
want
the
to.
other one away.
That's gonna be my basket.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
and
I can
I'll
show
bring
you
my.
how
I
I
mean,
made those.
I can bring my sewing machine because it's just this portable thing, and
Yeah.
and you can show me how to do that. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Cool.
That'll
I'll have
work.
to get some fabric.
Uh-huh.
Do you use just like one of those big?
Quilting fabric. Oh, a fat quarter? Well, the fat quarters, you'll have some waste. Because I cut them 11 inches square. Some people do them 10, but they're too small. I like my size when they're 11 inches square.
Okay.
So if you get like 12 inches, a third of a yard of fabric,
Okay.
that'll be good. And then you have to have 100% cotton batting. There can be no polyester or you can start a fire in your microwave.
Oh.
Everything
well, that's
has
good to know.
be cotton. Even
100%.
the thread has to be 100% cotton.
So, but I can buy that just.
Batting? Yeah,
batting.
I might have just like a little one down there too, a crib size.
Okay.
That's what I usually, I use the
that
crib
apart.
size ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I want to do.
Okay. Yep, but if you have some kind of basket you want to make, come in March, Sunday Fun Day.
I can teach you how to make an Indian basket. We did that at the museum for our
What's a
field trip.
Indian
it's just
basket?
it's got stays and it's done with. I can show you.
But what's the material it's made out
Oh,
of?
I don't know this.
Like a wicker? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know how to do it because they taught the kids, and I just kind of like had to watch. And
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I used to love that kind of stuff in school. That's when I made my first coil basket.
Really?
Yeah. I went to Milwaukee schools, and like we had real art classes back then.
Oh,
I mean,
well, we have real art classes.
but like you have just art, don't you? I mean, like I could choose from textile arts, pottery.
Oh, at the elementary building, yes, but at the high school they
They
can.
have several.
Yeah, they can do
okay.
different things. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we had a lot of choices for art classes, and it was really nice. And so, yeah, that's where I learned how to make a coil basket.
Fascinating. All right.
Yeah. Anything else you know of coming up?
No. I'll say maybe if checking out if folks wanted to go to the Madison Knitting Guild retreat, but not for just for Saturday, like the day.
Oh, okay. That's
but
the 15th of March.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
see, we've got the knit in here the week before, and then the next week is that, and then the next week is spring break, and I'm thinking,
yeah, that's
old guy
a lot.
might have a problem with me being gone, so I don't know if I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But so yeah. Oh, and we do have our regular slate of classes. We got a knitting 101 coming up. Or
Oh, that
102.
got postponed because of the weather.
Oh,
so,
yeah, that's right.
It's going to be February 20th. So beginning knitting is February 20th. There's a sock class coming up. I want to add a mitten class in March, the classic mitten.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yeah, check the website or the front desk if you want to check out the classes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
that's
good.
about
and
it.
nobody walked in on us today.
No, I'm
We
surprised.
expected that.
Yeah, because Sunday Fun Day starts in 10 minutes. So.
Usually, I was thinking Dawn would be here by now.
She was worried about the road. She didn't leave home until at least 9:30 because she was still talking about it at 9:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but they're just wet. No problems today.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
have a good week. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.